Good evening, everybody. So Alan and I are in charge of the speech tonight.
I'm standing proxy for the other sisters.
The two other sisters.
I'm not wearing a dress.
So they're not coming then?
They're not coming. They're really not coming. We made the fatal error of not doing a speech at Dad's 60th, and we have not heard the end of that. So we are doing it now, and Catherine and Sarah have participated via contribution. You'll get theirs later. So since it's 2016, we thought we would take our inspiration from the Olympics, because the Olympics have just happened. And if you think of the Olympics and you think of the 5 circles, the 5 continents that come together in a wonderful, focused way. So we are going to explore the 5 circles of Dad's life and how they come together in this amazing man called Taffy Roberts. Don't think you're just listening, because you also have a part to play. Okay.
Great. So the first one is the circle of business, and it's really been quite interesting to see how Taffy's approach to business has been over the years that I've known him. 15 years now, Taffy.
Sure.
And when I arrived, I was like reading all these business books, and I'm like, Taffy, have you read about this? He goes, I haven't read the book, but he knew the concept, and it just kept on going on. And I realized quite soon that experience can speak a whole lot more than books. And it's really been an honor, Taffy, to see you in the way that you've been able to help like small businesses, even like the little cafe at the church, and at the same time helping big businesses like MTO and that deal and stuff. And it's really been really inspiring to see your versatility to contextualize with the small guys and not letting them feel that they're not doing anything special, and just seeing your like the degree in which you're even helping those waiters wanting to be the best waiter, and then on the contrast helping these guys be multimillionaires at the same time. So just really want to honor you for that, and it's really been great to see. So
That's the first circle.
there we go. First circle. So the first circle. This guy. The second circle. The second circle is that of community, and it's also been exciting to see that Taffy. And I think like when I first got to know you, and you're involved at Alexandra Hospital with Friends of Alexandra, becoming included, and just seeing how you volunteered so much of your time into that organization, and then just the practicalities of like knowing that our streets are safer because Taffy Roberts has got his flashlights and his
Patrolling.
Waiting. So it's always been good, and then like just scars on the arm, protecting kids from dogs and all of that stuff. So Taffy's always puts his hand up to stand up for the community, and so the second circle is Taffy, the community man.
Yay! Okay, the third circle.
Taffy just likes interfering.
That's the angle we talk about tomorrow.
The third circle is Taffy the friend, and this is where you all come in. Alan and I regularly marvel at how many friends Mom and Dad have, and how cool their friends are, and how much you do with each other. It's so amazing.
Well, Mom has all the friends.
Thanks for coming tonight to support Mom. So we thought very quickly we'd open it to the floor, and you could say 1 or 2 things that you appreciate about Taffy the friend, because obviously we can't relate to that. Keep it short, okay? And anyone who wants to start. Taffy the friend. Anyone who wants to say something.
You have to speak louder then.
Well, I just want to thank you for allowing me, where are you? For allowing me into your home, having a nice party, and you guys weren't here.
Who was this?
I don't know.
We're up at the beach house.
Oh!
That's cool.
Sarah, we're here.
Have I known Taffy the longest?
I think,
Probably.
other
Probably,
than-
yeah.
other than Mom.
Well, I want to thank him for a wonderful friendship.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
And thank you for initiating all the wonderful parties that you've had. You recording the constabulary tomorrow.
That was the election party, if I remember.
And Sue, of course. Cheers.
Yeah.
Taffy, thank you. Very
No, I know Taffy as Taffy the hiker,
Sorry, I didn't
the man who did how many
I know,
kilometres?
just a table
5 or
full of
6 kilometres in the single canoe. He didn't want to go in the double one, and he suffered. And when we did our Cape Point hike, the last mountain we got to, you got to lift somehow.
shoes
So he knows how to consume his energy on our hikes too, and he's very shrewd. Okay,
And here's to Taffy the
that's some very,
Toastmaster.
very good hikes together.
Yes, Taffy the Toastmaster.
Yes, I'd like to thank Taffy for the times he organised Toastmasters in George when I lived there. And he brought a blind man with him. And by the end of the weekend, the blind man was driving a vehicle, and Taffy was walking ahead of him with a white stick. It was a very good weekend.
I haven't heard that. Toastmaster amazing.
Never let the truth get in the way of
And I want to thank Taffy for a memory of the Bulan Trail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He got me to luck a packet of meat and a 12
Ray
pack of
Murray.
beers, and we ended up in the Hook Inn. instead
Sounds
of
like
the
a
Bulan.
great hike.
That sounds a better place to
If
be.
it ends better than this.
Trail was closed.
I remember Taffy the chef who came to the beach house one weekend and brought crayfish from Paternoster, which was really very exciting, and we looked at each other and we didn't know what the hell to do with these crayfish. Do we kill them first or do we cook them first or what? Oh, we had a few laughs at the beach house.
You got them first, or
Yeah, that would have been interesting. And you wanted to put those 2 crayfish in the fridge. So you're not having live crayfish crawling around in the
Eating up
fridge.
all the goodies.
But we've served up some good food at the beach house.
Yeah, Taff, I agree.
What did you do with them in the end?
We got them.
You dropped them in
Perfect.
boiling water.
Yes.
They
David
googled it.
phoned one of his colleagues from work and
And
found
they
out how to
squeaked.
do it.
They squeaked, yeah.
Was it the day of Google?
Uh,
Didn't you find Google?
Didn't you find
No.
Derek?
Google it.
No, we found
No, Derek knows all about the horizon.
Oh, yes. He's the
Yeah, Taffy and
horizon.
I were standing on the patio one evening and looking at the horizon. We said, how far is the horizon? This is the sort of thing Taffy and I do. How far is the horizon? And we came up with all sorts of weird and wonderful numbers, like 5 kilometers up to 60 kilometers or something. And so we said, Derek flies aeroplanes, he sails boats. Derek will know. Let's phone Derek. So we phoned Derek. Derek,
Derek's
how
there.
far is the horizon? He says, as far as you can see.
And it was true.
That's accurate.
Okay, so to Taffy the friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great circle.
Okay, Taffy the family man. So this is where the sisters have sent their contribution because I felt that they needed to say something. So this is the first one. Should we do the oldest first? Okay, so this is from Catherine. There are a few things that have sprung to mind about Dad. I wanted to send them before I forgot. She's getting old. Please, okay, here goes, and it's a real assortment and in no particular order. So the first thing, I asked them to send me what they love and appreciate about Dad. So Dad's love of technology, but it always gets the better of him. He has the most colourful language when he can't get things working. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship. Dad teaching us our negotiating skills for more pocket money when we were kids. He kept making us come back with a better offer. She appreciates as Catherine that I've always been able to ask Dad for advice, no matter what the subject.
Oh, goodness.
God bless.
Good luck.
Is that too awful to read?
No,
It's not the alcohol.
I took a photo and it was a
It's
bit
the
weird.
technology going wrong.
I
Where's the
won't
colourful
swear, I
language?
promise. I won't swear. Wait, do we go back here?
No, he wasn't.
You got the
A
same
friend once commented how great it was that we could sit around the table with Dad having a few drinks. It was like sitting around the table with friends, and that was something he had never experienced with his own family. Dad's constant compulsion or urge to investigate and look around whatever house I have lived in the hope of discovering any home improvements that need to be made. Two more. She says, my complete and utter proudness to call him my dad. And then the hardest thing I ever had to do was tell Dad that we couldn't come to South Africa for Mum's 70th after his ever so generous offer to fly both me and Sarah out for it. And then if you remember, they came anyway. And then she said it's equally as hard not being there for his birthday this year. So they are not coming out. Set the stage.
Did I hear a knock on the door?
No, you did not hear a knock on the door. And then this is from Sarah. Dad has always made sure that his family are the #1 priority. Although he is an extremely hardworking man, work never came before his wife, his children, and once our beloved family pet. There must be a story there that I don't even know. Dad has been selfless in providing us with the best life possible. He always made sure that Mom and us were happy, comfortable, safe, and loved. With 3 very spirited daughters, he has mastered the art of being strong and also incredibly sensitive, with a wicked sense of humor and also quick to forgive. He has set an extremely high standard as both a husband and a father. And I'm sure his awesome sons-in-law will tell you they have some big shoes to fill. Every little girl thinks their dad is a superhero, and at 31, I still do.
That's because he wore his underpants over the top of his trousers.
Oh, good. And then just something from your 2 little grandkids. So Ryan was, Grandad, you're great because you're kind, like when you play foosball. And Anna, you're friendly because of your hugs.
So this is to Dad, the family man.
Yeah.
Yes, Taffy.
Yeah.
So the last circle is just to Taffy, the husband. And how long's it been? 43?
45.
45 years. And
45 years, 45.
So I must tell you, one confession. I come from a family background where shouting was a bad thing, and shouting normally led to something really bad. So when I met Taffy and he was shouting, I was initially quite concerned. But what I've really enjoyed over these 15 years is to see that as loud as your shouting gets, Taffy, your actions are much, much louder. And if I've learned one thing is to actually listen to, and Louise is also like her dad, nice and loud. I've learned to listen to the words that are being said rather than the tone in which they're being said. And so really it has been an honor, Taffy, to really see, like Lou and I often talk about, like there are a lot of people that are married for a long time, but there are not many marriages that you want to learn from. You know, and really what you and Sue have is something that Lou and I are constantly learning from, and really want to thank you for that commitment. And it's really been special. My dad's had 2 divorces. My dad's fantastic, but obviously a terrible husband. But it's really been inspiring to see what a working marriage looks like after so many years. So Taffy, the husband, great circle.
And so that brings our 70th speech to a close, with all the 5 circles being represented. Happy birthday, Dad. We love you. And here's to the next 70.
Thank you.
Oh no! And last time we believed you, stupid Louise.
Well done, Jeff.
You're going to follow that?
I'll try a few words. Answering it in circles, maybe. What was the first circle?
Business.
Well, yes. Admittedly, I do move around and I do get to deal with a lot of different people in different worlds, and it's actually